So to all our 3,500 intrepid volunteers,
do you have a license?
we literally couldn't have done it without you.
Yo, I'm Jesse Pinkman, and it's time to science this biatch up.
Adam and Jamie are testing a super story about the superstore. Is it better to line up in individual lanes or in one long line? Halfway through the long line test, and their Mythbusters data is coming in droves, which is Jamie's cue to join in.
It's time for you to be a customer.
Okay.
Like Adam before him,
10 items.
Jamie's volunteered to collect data
Fresh produce is good for you.
as he sources a randomly allocated 10 items
And some peanut butter.
before standing in line, which is too hard for Adam to resist.
Yes. You can see him there. He's blending in with the average populace. Not even a little bit. You can spot him by his absurd mustache and self-referential hat.
Whereas Adam Attenborough Savage queued for 3 minutes 18, Jamie's wait is way longer, a whopping 5 minutes 29.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Keep the change.
But that's still less than the pick-a-lane average. So what will the rest of the data say? Well, 6 minutes and 32 transactions later, the guys have all the numbers they need.
All right, everybody, freeze where you are. Freeze where you are. That will conclude test number 2. You guys are awesome. Thank you. They did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, the results of our serpentine tests are in. And if you remember, the average wait time for our 5 individual lane shoppers was 5 minutes and 39 seconds. The average wait time for the serpentine shoppers was 6 minutes and 56 seconds. Yes! 77 seconds on average per shopper slower. What the hey? That's absolutely kind of mind-blowing to me.
That's right, but here's where it gets interesting. Even though the Serpentine moved slower, the customers actually liked it better. In fact, twice as many gave it a 5, the top rating. Go figure.
It's a result that's the complete opposite of the myth. The Serpentine was slower, yet also more popular. And Adam thinks he knows why.
So why is serpentine slower? Well, let's look at the individual lines first. The fastest time through those lines was 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That is blazing fast. No bogeys, quick cashier, everyone's happy. But our fastest time in the serpentine was almost twice as slow, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That's because the speed of the lines is averaged out across the entire group, and it brings it down. And when you add in the length of time it takes to get from the end of the line over to the next available cashier, well, it turns out you've added almost a minute to everyone's time. That's pretty amazing.
Yep, it's slower for sure. But because it's also fairer, it's got the volunteer thumbs up.
So how to call this myth is actually kind of interesting.
How so?
Well, the myth, as stated, is that the serpentine method, the single long line, is faster.
And the implication is that it's therefore better.
Right. But even though we found it was 23% slower,
The customers liked it better.
yeah, so we're in this weird position of saying serpentine method is busted.
But it's also better.
Yeah, busted but better. That's cool. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Back at their apocalyptic location, it's time for this last season's last stand against the zombies' ultimate nemesis.
Groovy.
But will the legendary chainsaw beat the course record of 67 kills?
Okay, Adam. 3, 2, 1.